Hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode. How to build a 105 thunderchief. 10 minutes at a time. Alright everybody, I snuck out here and put another coat of resin on a little bit ago. Now that's 2 coats. Starting to get a pretty good surface coat on my flat stuff. But again, my vertical stuff is awful thin. So we're going to help it out a little bit. Put a little bit of my 4-ounce cloth on here. Put another coat of resin on it. And oh yeah, I'm going to sit down and watch me some football. You know, because it's a Monday night party. As old Hank would say. Then after the game, I should be able to start putting resin on. This is nice and sticky now. Real sticky. If I don't put this on these vertical parts, I'm afraid it's just going to be really thin. And I might end up with some bubbles when I start putting my cloth on, you know, that'll make a void in my mold. We don't want that. We don't want that. We had a question from old Phil. Phil wanted to know if, since the molding process is about done, if I was going to show all the steps in assembling this jet. Yeah, man, we're going to show every little bit. Every little thing I do to this jet, we're going to make a video. And all the way through flying it. I'm going to show you all how we install reed tracks and the radio. But you just got to take into stride this first one. You know, ain't going to be a lot real details, you know. The prototype is just going, you know, basically to see if it flies. Then we are going to make her look pretty. But we just got to make sure, I don't know, before I put a lot of work in the first one, we want to make sure it's, you know, flying good. I don't want to do all that work into it. And even if I just got to change something, you know, lay me up a fuselage. Like I did my GB. When I built that half-scale GB, you know. That was before there was a lot of kits on the market, people. There was no, that was 10 years ago. Byron had theirs, but I just wasn't sure. When I pulled that first one out of the mold, I didn't even prime it, man. It was bare fiberglass. You know, and I was looking through some of them old tapes, and guess what I found yesterday? That prototype GB taking off and flying. It's on a floppy disk. I used to have one of them Sony cameras, you know, that took the floppy disk. It only made like 5 or 6 second videos. That was back in the early video days, people. That was 10 years ago. That was the first thing that didn't use a tape, a cassette, you know. And we bought that camera. It was like $700. That was, you know, it only took like 30-second videos, but it was the only thing that you could email. You know, you couldn't take a videotape and email it, you know, so that was the big thing back then. But I found some of them videos. Now, I got an old computer in the house that still takes floppy disks. I think I can take that and get some videos on YouTube. Y'all want to see it? I'll show it to you. Let's hear some yays and nays. Who wants to see that GB, the prototype GB, taking off and flying? Even got the landing. But that's just it. They're two separate videos because they were so short. I looked through a bunch of them old floppy disks. I found some pictures of my Tsunami. I used to race them USRA racers, you know. I built a quarter-scale Tsunami. It's kind of a takeoff of Mustang. It's a pretty cool looking plane. I had a 280cc Herbranson. That was a gasoline engine, but we take the ignition off, throw it in the trash. Take the carburetors off, throw it in the trash. And just run a fuel injector, man. Just a barrel, open it up, and we used them Bob Violet in-flight tuners and just open the fuel and just using crankcase pressure, just dumping fuel in there, man. Them motors ran 10,000 RPM. I still got a prop off of it. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen it over here. Ah, there it is. Check this out. This is what I used on my Tsunami. This is a 22 inches long and a 28 pitch. Believe it or not, this wooden prop is a $200 prop. We had to buy these props from Zinger. See, they're laminated. You can't hardly see it now, but it's a laminated prop. Then we'd get them, and then we'd have to send them to Ed Rankin. And Ed Rankin would sand them down and fiberglass them. And it would gain about 50 miles an hour by shaving them and glassing them and balancing them. And but that was cheap. A carbon fiber one was about $600. 22. Look how thick that prop is. But the thing that had so much pitch, even just idling, it was doing 100 miles an hour. Couldn't land it with the engine running. But I found some old pictures of that, and I know I got some videos of it flying. I'll have to dig some more. But maybe we can load y'all up some videos if you want to see them. That was Tsunami. It was a twin, and the exhaust stacks shot straight up. Well, I had that airplane built for a month, and we had no way to start it. You know, you couldn't flip start that big old thing, 280 cc's. So finally, Dad built me a starter. We took a Chevrolet car starter, and he made some handles for it, and he made a nose cone and everything. And 12 volts wouldn't even turn it over. But we had to hook it up to 24 volts. A Chevrolet starter, Chevy small block Chevy starter, wouldn't turn that thing over on 12 volts. We had to hook it up to 24 volts, then we got it started. But the two people holding it, one on each side of the fuselage, and you know, we turned it into a two-stroke, you know, just like a OS 60, you know, and them exhaust stacks shot straight up and they just get drenched. And my cousin races sprint cars, and he gave me some of that cherry. Smells like cherries, you know, when they're running them sprint cars. It's just a little gag thing. A lot of those sprint cars run it. But it was the prettiest smelling guys you ever see. After, they would just be soaked with alcohol. Just soaked. I ran just alcohol. A lot of them guys ran a lot of nitro in their fuel. But I just run alcohol and clots oil, you know, mix it myself. And I didn't have the money to go replacing them motors after every race, so I didn't run no nitro, straight alcohol. But it was 250 mile an hour straight and level.